And first tonight, we are finally getting some answers in a wild shooting with students on board. We now know who has been charged in this incident. Police tell WCNC Charlotte 21-year-old Lamarius Anthony is now in custody. They say he was part of this shooting that started as a fight over drugs. This bus caught in the crossfire. 2 students were hurt, not from bullets, but from broken glass. And tonight, East Charlotte leaders say crime involving children has to stop. WCNC Charlotte's Julie Kay is joining us live to talk about that. So Julie, you spoke with a group who says they've been seeking solutions to this for months now.
Yeah, absolutely, Vanessa. Charlotte East says they've been looking for solutions to this for months. It's been a problem for decades, but they really started looking into it back in April after 4 officers were shot and killed. Now a team of neighborhood leaders is hoping this will be the last in a string of violent crime.
Greg Asciutto knows East Charlotte.
Charlotte East, what we do is the greater Eastland area. So
as a former local teacher, as current executive director of Charlotte East, and most importantly today, as a parent.
The trauma that not just those kids, but parents and the entire school community have to go through after an incident like that it's intense.
2 kids are injured after a stray bullet hit a school bus, shattering glass and hitting them. A man now facing charges in connection to the incident on Idlewild Road. Unfortunately, not uncommon in the area Asciutto had already identified as a hotspot.
And these are reflected by the red dots. So you have the incidents that really occurred yesterday.
He says the impacts go far beyond one school bus.
How many more shootings is it going to take?
Question neighborhood leaders have been asking themselves since this spring when 4 officers were killed at Shannon Park. That's why he teamed up with 14 other organizations to form a cohort to seek solutions specific to East Charlotte.
The needs of our specific community are not taken into account when crafting overall strategies, particularly with our cultural, our linguistic, and our racial differences that we have in our community and the diversity.
The strategies offering youth mentorship, making place-based resources accessible, and improving the physical environment. All things that anyone can contribute to, even without the overarching support he'd like.
I know that we have a genuine care that, hey, we got to address these issues, but again, is that force and that pressure top-down sufficient that we can stop these things? And right now, I don't believe it is.
Until that changes, he says the cohort will keep working, creating solutions for East Charlotte from the people that know it best.
Now, he also told me that Charlotte East has really been focused on economic growth lately, but that it's much harder when you don't have an area-specific strategy to tackle crime. He says the area really hasn't had a large-scale revenue generator since the Eastland Mall declined back in the 90s. Live in Charlotte, Julie Kay, WCNC Charlotte.